All right, everybody, welcome back to the bench. Today, the topic I wanted to talk about was airbrushing as a beginner. When I started airbrushing, it was for miniatures, and the big thing, I haven't really seen it in the scale area, but the big thing was these little portable compressors. I guess these are like a nail compressor, like people getting their nails done. These claim to do like 18 psi, but it's got to be way less. And for somebody starting out in the mini space where your main paint is all pure water-based acrylic. These are kind of the big ones. Even Vallejo, these are really big, like easy to find main brands in the miniature painting space. And they are, in my opinion, a beginner's trap to airbrushing. Even at a 50-50 paint mixing range, it is very easy to get dry tip. And I spent a lot of time messing around just trying to get the airbrush to work, not knowing if it was really, my fault. Did I mix it wrong? When in reality, it was just you needed a higher PSI. This is a no brand. I mean, I guess this kind of is too. Like, there's a million of the exact same model, just a different brand, just from China. This is a no brand airbrush, but it's a 0.3, and it does the job. I don't think you need to start out with the most expensive airbrush, but if you're gonna start airbrushing and you're new, I think this, for me, was a trap. Mostly because you watch a video of somebody and everything works smooth, and you go to do it yourself and it doesn't end up that way, which it's not the user's fault. They have way more experience, which is fine. I just think if I would have not spent the $70 that this combo was and just started out on a regular setup, I think I would have enjoyed airbrushing a lot better. I mean, if you're starting out and you're just doing like these Tamiyas, these are really thin, and you can even thin them out a little more. You'll probably be okay. Or if you're a lacquer painter or enamel painter, just because you can thin them way out and they don't dry on the needle, at least that I've experienced. So here's my recommendation if you're new. Get whatever airbrush you want. This is a no brand. It comes with this. But these, I think this is not where the trouble begins, because this airbrush is fine. I don't really use it these days because I have ones that I prefer. I'll show you in a minute. But this is a beginner's trap, in my opinion. It just does not put out the air pressure, in my opinion, that you need, especially if you're just going to do pure water-based acrylics. I just think I really dreaded airbrushing when I had this. So here's my recommendations as a fairly new scale modeler. Now this, I did find this on Facebook Marketplace for really cheap. This is my air compressor. I don't even know, what it goes for nowadays. I think it's an Iwata, so it's probably around 100, 150 bucks. It is tankless. But it has an adjustable pressure and it works great. I have had no problems. It doesn't do the highest. I think the highest I max out at is about 28 psi, which is more than enough for anything I do. But you can get this for $100 on Amazon. Maybe not quite. It'll be a little bit. It'll be more of a traditional airbrush compressor. But then you're in with a regular compressor, and it's just one less thing to mess around with. Because now I've bought this and this, and I don't use this anymore at all. This is something I could have spent on something else. And then my second recommendation is don't overthink the airbrush you're going to get. These are my daily driver airbrushes. This is a 0.2. This is a Tamiya. And this is my gallery. This comes with a 0.38 and a 0.5 millimeter needle. These changed how I looked at airbrushing. So these are less than $100. You can get a nice trigger type. This is really great for priming. It comes with a bigger cup even. I know Master makes some like this. You could even go Master airbrush. I don't hear anything particularly negative about Master, so you could even go that way. Just get you something, after you get your original setup. And then if you're going to go for a detail brush, I would recommend getting a Japanese airbrush. Why? This is a 0.2. It's incredibly well made. Look at that mirror finish on the cup. And it was only $62 when I bought it. I think they're about $70 now. But I know GSI Krios or Mr. Hobby makes an airbrush called the Procon Boy. Same thing. I think they're made in the same factory that Iwata's made in. Extremely high quality. As well as this. I can't vouch for the Master, but if it came down to me redoing it again, I would have skipped out on the $70 that this was and just got the Amazon kit for $100 that comes with a compressor and a no-name airbrush, because I had this with my regular compressor for a couple of months before I bought into these. So I know I see a lot of debate about this online, but in my opinion, just save up the extra $30 if you can. If you even want to airbrush, just save up the extra money and wait. It was well worth the wait. It's just a lot easier to have the right tools starting out as a beginner. I love airbrushing now. It makes doing bigger kits way easier. You can do extra things. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Especially if you've been in the hobby a while. Thanks.